So last week I bought Starbucks and I replaced it from a CVS order. In fact, behind the computer screen here, I can share with you the position. It was in a position of one of my portfolios with a little over $100,000 in it. Some of you guys know that portfolio. We've talked about it. I switched it out. I bought 30 shares for $2,253, and it's currently already up 23.75%. I've already made $535.20 on that position. I sold my CVS position for this. It's up around $2,800 of current value. Now, this is where I start the video because obviously something that Starbucks has been doing lately is not exciting, which is they've had 2 quarters of declining revenue for the first time since the pandemic. And just as of yesterday, or actually Tuesday it would have been, they fired their CEO and immediately replaced their CEO with Chipotle CEO. You can't make this up. Chipotle then lost value over 10% in market value, and Starbucks shot up over 10% market value. In fact, actually 15-ish% on both of those. It's actually comical. It's hysterical. But the message today isn't really about this change or the position. It's what is truly going on, aside from geopolitical pressures, aside from interest rate pressures, aside from labor market, you name it. A company like Starbucks, 2 consecutive quarters to the downside is something to consider. It's something to be worried about. And I think that a lot of people don't realize that Starbucks is a great indication, so is McDonald's, of how the consumer is. We know that the rich are still rich. But the middle class and the lower class, those are the people that are currently being destroyed in this current economy. Everything costs more, from electricity to food to coffee, you name it. And some people can no longer afford to go to Starbucks and get a $4.50 tea or a $6 coffee or whatever it may cost. I'm not a big coffee drinker. I don't really go to Starbucks too much. But what I can tell you is this: going to Starbucks costs a lot of people thousands of dollars a year because they're addicted to coffee. And I found a fun fact that coffee shops near me was searched just last month on Google by over 17 million people. That tells me people are still looking for coffee. They're just looking for cheaper alternatives. And this is a perfect segue for what's currently going on. Right now, we have some of the lowest saving rates in history. Right now, the average American could not pay for a $1,000 emergency. That's scary. Right now, we currently have the highest credit card utilization in history, the highest credit card balances in history, the highest personal debt in history, and 1 in 10 Americans are currently 90 days late on their credit card payments. It's simple. People cannot afford to go out and get their coffee. We are starting to see the economy literally in front of our eyes start to fail. Except for here's the scary part. The data is always lagging. We know that the economy was hot and very hot before the data showed it at the beginning of the pandemic. That's why we didn't start raising rates till, frankly, it was too late. Now what we're seeing is the economy is way, way, way too quiet. It's way too soft. It's not humming along like everybody's making it seem. It's starting to slow down. We're seeing this from Starbucks to a million other metrics I've already shared with you, and the data hasn't caught up with it. Unemployment claims hasn't caught up with it. The labor market, job openings hasn't caught up with it. Retail sales hasn't caught up with it. Heck, inflation is still coming down, but it hasn't caught up with it. I always use the analogy. This is like a ship. If I were to turn a big wheel on a massive Carnival cruise line, it's not going to turn right away. But if I were to turn the wheel on a tiny little boat, it turns like that. See, that's the difference. The Fed is controlling a cruise ship. They haven't even turned the wheel yet. They haven't started cutting rates. Yet that cruise ship is already having trouble. It needs to go into dock for repair, if you know what I'm trying to say. The economy is starting to slow down. And so I wanted to take this time today to make a video and explain, just keep an eye on these little companies. I say little, relatively little compared to other companies, but Starbucks, McDonald's, Chipotle. Keep an eye on Home Depot. Keep an eye on these companies that are being spent with consumers every single day. Because when they start to fail, that is an earlier sign than what you're seeing in the data. When they start to fail, the consumer's failing. If you had the money to go to Starbucks, let's face it, you're probably going to go to Starbucks. If you had the money to go on a vacation, let's face it, you're probably going to go on a vacation. But the trouble is, people were financing all of this stuff with debt for so long. Their credit cards are maxed out, guys. There's literally no more credit card debt to be had. Their credit cards are maxed out. And so be on the lookout for credit card utilization reports. Be on the lookout for higher delinquency. Be on the lookout for more companies like Starbucks to show multiple consecutive in a row sort of declines, because this is something that doesn't happen at Starbucks. And I would just take a guess, and it's not a very bold guess, that more companies just like Starbucks are going to experience stuff just like this. So keep an eye on this. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, guys, I'm trying to make more videos that are more insightful for you. So I just made a video about a risk-free, zero drawdown, no risk ETF that you guys can buy into. Click the link to watch that video, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.